School's out for the summer, and Father's Day is right around the corner. Today, I'm going to show you how to make an easy and elegant dinner for Dad. Today, we're going to be making my recipe for simple salmon with pink peppercorn sauce and an easy summer vegetable sauté that you're not going to want to miss. Let's get started. I'm going to be serving my salmon on couscous today, and if you've never cooked couscous, it doesn't get any easier than this. Couscous is just a semolina pasta, and I'm going to add 1 3/4 cups of couscous to 2 cups of boiling water that I've put a little bit of butter and salt in. I'm going to turn the heat off, stir the couscous, put a lid on, and set it aside. We're done. So now I'm just going to make my pink peppercorn sauce. And in my saucier, which is a round-sided pot, I've sauteed some onions and some butter. And I'm going to put this on high, and I'm going to add a cup of white wine, 4 tablespoons of dark rum. I'm going to bring this to a boil and let it simmer for about 5 to 6 minutes until the mixture reduces by about half. The mixture is reduced by half, so now I'm just going to lower the heat a little bit, and I'm going to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, 3 or 4 teaspoons of pink peppercorns, which really aren't peppercorns at all. They're a sweet berry that's dried, and they come out of the Amazon rainforest, and what they have is a sweet, peppery taste to them. And 1 cup of cream. I'm going to whisk this all together, and I'm going to let this simmer for another 5 or 6 minutes, and then our sauce will be done. Let's move on to our vegetable sauté. My sauce is reduced. I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm going to put a lid on it, and I'm going to set it to the side, and now we're going to make our summer vegetable sauté. I've melted 4 tablespoons of butter in a large skillet, and I've been sautéing about 1 small yellow onion for about 2 minutes. Now it's time to add my vegetables. This is 4 cups of sliced summer squash, not too thin. You want everything to be 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch thick, and 4 cups of zucchini. A 1/4 cup of fresh dill, right out of the garden, and a really good grinding of sea salt, and peppercorn blend, which, by the way, contains pink peppercorns. I'm going to saute this for about 5 or 6 minutes, just till it's fork tender. And then we're going to move over and get our salmon ready for the oven. I've got a fillet of wild sockeye salmon. I've checked it for pin bones to make sure that they're all pulled out. And what I've done is I've sliced through it to portion it, which is going to make it a lot easier at serving time. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the pieces side by side in a disposable aluminum pan that's been sprayed with no-stick cooking spray. I just line them up right next to each other. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is give it a squirt of fresh lemon juice, and I like the juice of 1 entire lemon. Lastly, a generous grinding of sea salt and peppercorn blend. I'm going to put this under the broiler for 10 to 12 minutes. Then I'm going to cover it with aluminum foil and let it bake for 20 to 22 minutes. Because it's Father's Day, I've decided to kick this up a notch. I want a really pretty presentation. So what I'm doing is hollowing out 6 very large tomatoes. All I'm doing is cutting around the perimeter of the tomato and scooping out the center and the seeds with a grapefruit knife. The next step is just to put about 4 tablespoons of couscous in the bottom of each tomato. You want to fill it about halfway, and then follow that up with about 4 tablespoons of the vegetable sauté. I'm going to finish the other 6 tomatoes, and then I'm going to put them all in the oven to bake with the salmon for 20 to 22 minutes. This is a meal guaranteed to put a smile on every dad's face. And by the way, happy Father's Day, Dad. For these and all of my recipes, just go to my website.